What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Welcome to the first ever episode of Under the Ring, the podcast that will tell you what you want to know, what you need to know, and what you hope to know about the WWE. We will bring you news, theories, and reactions to pay-per-view and Raws, past and present. I'm your host, Gasper, alongside Danny.
What up?
Vinny.
Hello.
And Matt.
What's up?
Let's get this started. Monday Night Raw. Started off pretty interesting. Vince comes out. Haven't seen that man in quite a while.
The boss.
Man, did he strut his stuff when he was coming out there.
He delivers us big news about the Survivor Series pay-per-view for the 5 vs. 5 match. You want to tell us about it, Matt?
The genetic jackhammer comes out and he says that if the Authority loses, they will lose power completely.
Huge stipulation, and now Survivor Series has my attention.
Yeah, this was going to be a pay-per-view I was thinking about maybe like really not giving a crap about, but this gave me the impression that maybe I should watch it.
Yeah, I like the fact that now it's worth something. My only question is, what about Team Cena? How come Team Cena doesn't have any stipulation?
I agree with that, but Cena wasn't even on Raw, so what's even a big part about it? Even going with that, you know?
Good old, I'm here, day in, day out, working my ass off all the way. Buffalo, New York, don't think about it.
What's Buffalo? Who wants to go to Buffalo?
That crowd
Come on.
sucked, by the way. That crowd was terrible.
Cut the guy some slack. He's there all the time.
And
I hate John
It's the
Cena.
fact that no one in Team Cena has authority. That's what it is. Like, whoever joins his team is not... If they lose, they're just going to be a bitch for the next few months. They're just going to be horrible matches, or they're going to be screwed out of title matches. For them, losing is just... Shit, my career is kind of fucked for the next few months.
I was going to say, there really shouldn't be a stipulation on the Team Cena match like at all. I don't think for them, mostly because you're already going up against the Authority. Why should you have a second stipulation to be like, hey, you don't want to lose because if you lose, not only are we going to be worse to you, but this is also going to happen. I think it's just added pressure that really isn't necessary. So I was glad that they put it on the Authority, and what a way to do it.
Yeah, the chairman himself.
I hope they lose only because Vince can come back full time. He take the reins.
Do you think that's what's going to happen? Because I think I could see that happening. I could see Team Authority losing and Vince going, you guys couldn't handle this, so now I'm going to take it into my own hands.
I mean, let me put it like this. Like, spoiling the rest of Raw. That Raw, after he came out, if it's anything, if the Authority loses and it comes out being what this Raw was, I would be very happy.
It was a very entertaining Raw.
It was a match-driven Raw. It was almost all matches, barely any filler, which was great. And not only was it a lot of matches, but it was a lot of pretty good matches that happened, too. So I was very... If Vince wants to come back and put this out as a product, I'm more than happy to see that.
I read a quick spoiler alert today that Stephanie might be pregnant.
She did look kind of...
in that purple dress, she did look a little full. So if Team Authority does lose, I mean, hey...
Just for that, she might be on maternity leave or whatever the hell.
I mean, hey, I wouldn't mind
Triple
it.
H could still do it. I mean, let's be honest, they have 2 other kids, I believe. And
Yeah, three.
With the money they have, forget about it. They can afford anything.
Triple H didn't really miss much time with those 3 kids coming out now, did he?
Yeah, but, he's not a huge wrestler now. I mean, he's just Triple H.
That's true.
Did you guys like seeing Vince?
I loved every minute of it.
Yeah, I'm glad I saw him for
I think
10
the
minutes.
only reason why they brought him back was to plug in that the WWE Network is free for November.
Even still, it's nice to have a surprise guest
Oh,
of
absolutely.
someone who isn't Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
That's what I was happy about.
Yeah.
And when Vince's music hit,
That place went nuts.
It went nuts, and the inner child in me was like, "Yes, the boss is back."
Something's
I
going
watched
to
it
happen.
the day after on DVR, but it kind of got spoiled because Gosh was like, "Oh, you have to know what happened to Raw." I'm like, "Hey."
That's what happens when you work Monday nights.
Yeah.
But back to your promo, with the whole thing, he even cut a promo himself on the website saying, hey, I'm giving you away the network for free for November. So the fact that he came
For
out...
people who haven't subscribed yet.
Exactly.
It's
It's
a lot of
just,
people out.
oh, man. But that's business.
What are you going to do?
I feel like
Well,
they
it's
should.
smart. He's trying to get new viewers to the network, which is a great deal for $9.99.
I feel like there should have been like some incentive for like the people who already have it and have had it for this point. Been like, hey, for the people who are subscribed already, you're going to get a month free after your 6-month subscription is up. I would have thought that would have been a nice thing, but they're down money, so I guess they do whatever they can.
So Vince makes that big announcement of the 5 versus 5 stipulation match. Dean Ambrose music hits. I thought he was going to raise all hell, only to find out that he shakes McMahon's hand and gets in the ring. Doesn't do anything. This was the guy not too long ago fighting against the Authority. I understand. Yeah, now he's feuding with a very pointless feud of Bray Wyatt. He should be in this whole picture of Survivor Series. He should be on Team Cena or whatever the hell, fighting against the Authority because that's where he thrived.
But he has nothing against Vince. Vince has been gone for how long?
But
So for him to be like, "Hey, boss, I'm gonna hate you now," like there's no reason
I'm not
for
saying
it.
hit. Just cut a promo against the Authority.
He is the boss. I mean, you don't cross the boss. Look what happens when everyone crosses the boss. It's happened in the past, and they all got put into place.
Well, I just found it really shocking, and Dean Ambrose was kind of like shaking his hand while looking at Triple H and Stephanie, like, "Yeah, check this out."
Why I'm glad he didn't is because I think it would have been like, oh, he's trying to be Stone Cold. That would have been my first reaction. I was like, if he hits Vince, it's Stone Cold all over again, and that's all people are going to be comparing Dean Ambrose
I
to.
wasn't saying that he should have hit Vince. I was just saying he should have cut a promo against the Authority, not against Vince himself, against Triple H and stuff.
Like, haha, now there's actually a stipulation. You guys are pretty much screwed if Team Cena wins. I'm gonna be glad when
Something
you guys
like
lose.
that.
Something along the lines. Yeah, I agree.
I kind of like how the stipulation kind of drew the storyline, making Stephanie and Triple H actually care about this match. And kind of you saw a little bit of worry to them. I mean, now they're trying to put together the strongest team possible, and we saw him calling Randy Orton, with Stephanie telling him not to. And Triple H saying, we need Randy Orton in this, which we'll get to later on, with what happens, but... I kind of like that it actually lit a fire under them instead of saying, hey, we're the Authority, we can deal with this.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Dean Ambrose faces Cesaro again. Haven't seen this one before. I mean, they do put on a great match. The only thing I didn't get is the Bray Wyatt sitting on top of the ramp just watching.
Here's my take on the match was I thought they have put on better matches before.
Yeah.
This one wasn't.
That trick or street, the street or trick, whatever the hell it was. That was a great match.
Yeah,
That was pretty entertaining.
So this one, it wasn't like that, but it was still pretty good. It was nice to see someone bleed for the first time that I have seen.
Do you think that was intentional? Or do you think
It was definitely unintentional. It was
was
definitely unintentional. But as soon as I saw him bleeding, I was like, they're going to need to cut to a commercial and patch that up. That for sure is going to happen.
They did.
And what made me the most upset was they did the Bray Wyatt cut, and then I was like, all right, sweet, let's see what's going to happen. Then it just cut straight to commercial, and I was like, why? Why in the middle of this match, Steve?
I don't understand the way WWE thinks about this stuff, because I've never, first they finish a match during a commercial, and now they bring out a guy during this. Well, apparently what I was reading is in Buffalo, when that happened, the lights went down. And then that's when they were attending to Cesaro
right.
and this and that. But I hate it.
I felt like we did, if you didn't know he was getting patched up, you would have felt like you missed a bunch of the match when it came back. That's what I thought. That's if I was just a fan watching it, not knowing that he was getting patched up, I would have been like, so what happened during it? They cut during the middle of the match.
It's ridiculous.
I also now hate Horrible Bosses 2 now because that was the commercial that came on immediately after the cut. So, sorry, guys.
All right, moving on, we had The Miz versus Jimmy Uso.
Oh,
Finally, the Usos are in a tag team match together.
Yeah.
This match was pretty entertaining. It was had a couple of good spots. What did you guys think of it?
I like the outside interference. I mean, they used it well. Both teams got involved heavily, and it just made it a better match. I mean, if it was just a one-on-one match, I probably would have changed the channel. But the fact that they had outside interference and they made it entertaining.
You know what pissed me off, though? Watching Jey Uso mimic everything Jimmy did.
Yeah, he was trying to be funny. He
He
wasn't.
was trying to do a Mizdow, and no one could do Mizdow besides him.
The We Want Mizdow chants are just roaring through
Yes.
that, though.
This is my one gripe about the tag team division is it's too much joking. There's not enough serious tag teams, except not even Slater here. I can't. For some reason, I want to take Titus O'Neil very seriously, but I can't. This tag team division is just going to hell. I wouldn't mind if they got rid of the tag team titles as of now because it's pointless.
Because there's no good tag teams out right now. I mean, we grew up in the heydays of the Dudley Boys, the Hardys, Edge and Christian, and all of a sudden now it's Golden Stardust, the Usos. I mean, how do you get excited about this?
It's funny that you mentioned that. I mean, it's funny that you mentioned 3 teams right there, and those 3 teams were way much more entertaining than the 3 teams we have now.
They also faced each other
multiple times. Every single time was entertaining.
That Stardust and Goldust have faced the Usos, and it didn't really matter to us because they put on 5-star matches every single time they were out there.
I'd say I also do watch TNA from time to time. They actually had a series of matches with the Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys with another team called the Wolves or something like that. But believe it or not, they were actually really good. And it was like watching old school WWF. I have to say it was entertaining as all hell. Their tag team division to me is better. Even though Matt Hardy's a fat piece of crap at this point and he wears no shirt, it's still, they put on a damn good match. And the Dudley Boys are old as hell, and yet they still put on a better match than any tag team in the WWE right now.
That's why I'm still hoping that the Dudley Boys do come back to the WWE, just because it'll give it a little bit of spark to. And I know that they'll come in there going, "This is how you put on a match. Try it."
Yeah. But here's the question: will it be kind of like a Brock Lesnar, where we'll see them once and not see them again for 6 months?
I feel like tag teams like Goldust. Goldust wasn't supposed to stay this long. He signed maybe a 6-month deal, and he's been here almost a year and a half now.
Yes. Yeah. I agree, but
and he thrives in tag teams now.
For some reason, I can't figure this out about Goldust. I think he's actually better now.
He's in the best shape of his life.
Yeah, than he was back in the 90s, 2000s when he first came out. He was.
He's just a much better overall wrestler now. I mean, back in the day, Goldust was just in so many matches where he would just get beat up and just taken as a joke. Now he's in these matches. I mean, they're only tag team matches, but he can wrestle. He can still show he has the moves.
Yeah.
I gotta say, back in 2013 when they feuded with the Shield, those matches were phenomenal. Those were 5-star matches. Those were absolutely amazing.
But Goldust is a rarity. Most guys don't get better with age; they tend to get a lot worse.
Hence Kane.
Exactly.
They retire much, we should say.
Yeah.
But big red mess.
Yeah.
The big red mess.
I hobble to the ring now, not walk.
All right, moving on. The next match was Sheamus versus Tyson Kidd.
Oh, boy.
Talk about the mid-carders' dream this Raw. It seems like everyone was on there. Pointless match. What did you guys think about it?
I thought it was pretty okay for what it was. Me personally, I'm not a fan of Tyson Kidd. I'm not, but him versus Sheamus, they looked like they had a pretty good chemistry together inside the ring. Obviously Sheamus beat the hell out of him in the beginning of the match, but Kidd got his spots in there where he looked pretty good, just beating him down. He did what he could, and he still had to throw Natty in there to win the match. But I thought it was all right. It was all right for it was what was nice was to see a new face in there. New face.
They had decent chemistry with each other.
Yeah, that's what I thought was all right.
Two totally different styles.
See, I just don't like Tyson Kidd in general. I mean, I've just seen what happens behind the scene, and I just don't like him. I just don't like him as a human being. I mean, he's
Neither
just
does the crowd.
He's just a shitty human being.
I feel like that crowd was sitting on their hands.
He's a shitty human being to Natalya. I mean, it's just
that's all scripted. That can't be.
Yeah, that's. I don't honestly think that kind
that's
of.
All for the show. That's all for that diva show.
That's for the ratings, right there.
But still, I mean,
I personally I think Sheamus carried that match personally.
it was a warm-up match. I mean,
yeah, I honestly don't think Tyson was anything great. I mean, yeah, Sheamus lost it. By count out nonetheless, but
Didn't he lose by count out last week too? Or am I just imagining things?
No.
Yeah, no, fuck myself. WWE announced during that match that Sheamus, immediately following after Raw, would have to defend his title against Rusev. What do you guys think about that?
Lame.
Having a match
Lame.
after Raw.
The fact that I have to watch after goes off the air. Like, I could be, no offense to WWE, but I could be doing something else. And now I had to sit.
Like sleeping.
Exactly. I had to sit and watch WWE Network for another 15, 20 minutes just to watch a title match that could have happened during the show. It was not needed. It just really was not needed.
Because back in the day, you had title matches every single Monday.
Yep.
For the Intercontinental, the European title, the Cruiserweight title.
U.S. title.
The hardcore title,
Hardcore,
24/7, baby.
Yep.
Everything.
I mean, it was just a network boost.
It's just to get people to watch, to sign up, and...
But here's the thing, after 3 hours straight of wrestling, do you really want to sit there for another 30, 40 minutes to watch yet another match? It's kind of like, okay, maybe WrestleMania, I'm willing to spend the extra 30, 40 minutes, watching another match. On a Raw, no. It's kind of like, all right, I put my 3 hours in, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, 3 hours is long enough.
Yeah.
I totally agree. So we move on to the next segment. There. The Authority confronts Dolph Ziggler.
No.
Dolph Ziggler is coming out. I'm like, all right, we're going to get a nice Dolph Ziggler match, and then, once again, they come out. I feel like we see way too much of them on Raw. It's getting quite annoying. I mean, I get now that they have this whole Survivor Series thing. They need to get people on their team, this and that, but that can't do it or something. I don't know. I'm sick of seeing Triple H.
I honestly think that whole point was just to promote how scared they were and kind of say, like, hey, we're going to promote this. We don't want to lose, and because of that. And, we do see a lot of the Authority. I will agree with you on that. But you need it at this point because it's now their jobs are on the line. If they lose this match, Stephanie and Triple H are, in theory, gone for the foreseeable future.
See, what I liked about the whole them coming out was, like I mentioned before, they have something to lose. Team Cena has nothing to lose. But what they mentioned with Ziggler was, I mean, hey, you can win this match and be a hero and be, great, a whole new person. But if you lose this match, who's going to, what's going to happen? Like, they're going to turn to you and be like, hey, you were on the losing team. Your career is going to go to the shit now. Like, you need to be with us. That's why they were so desperate. That's why they keep coming out, because every time someone wants to make a case for Team Cena, they're going to come out, hey, you could fight for Team Cena and be the good guy. Good for you. But if you lose, you're just going to be another statistic, It's just, you're not going to be, anything worthy.
I love Triple H's promo for Dolph Ziggler.
Yes.
Stating what we all thought of Ziggler. Him saying, you bust your ass harder than probably anyone in the back, this and that. Like, everyone wants to see you succeed in this business, but it just seems that every single time you get to the top, something happens, and you get back down. And I was just like, wow, they're listening to us?
Yeah.
You noticed?
They see what we talked about?
I felt like we talked about that last week. Yeah.
And it's just, amazing. And I like the fact that you were harping on it, that he was like, if you guys lose, who's taking the heat? John Cena's not going to take the heat. He's John Cena. He doesn't need to take the heat. I thought he was going to go. And in my eyes, I could see a nice heel turn for Ziggler, Survivor Series, costing Team Cena the match.
He's way too face to be heel at this point. There's no way. He's the momentum he has with being a good guy right now. I think if you turned him heel now, I think it would kill him. Because if he sells out, the universe turns on him.
Great heat.
The universe turns on him, and but I don't think in a good way.
Yeah, but you just also turned him face not too long ago. It's not like
he's been a face for about a year now.
Yeah, but only because the fans love him, not because WWE is pushing him as a face.
Exactly. They really weren't promoting him as a face until just about a couple months ago.
Yeah.
With who they've been setting him up with in matches, and now this whole Cena versus the Authority thing. Up until then, I think he was just a fan saying, we love Ziggler, and let's see him go somewhere better.
I just think it'd be awesome if he just completely does a 360 and Bay Masters fucking John Cena.
I think the segment was effective. I just thought it dragged a lot. It was a lot longer than it needed to be. They said way too much. They kept them out there for way too long. That was it. You don't need to have a 12-minute segment for something that lasts 7. You don't need it.
Is that true?
I understand you have to fill time, but hey, it's a wrestling show. Have them wrestle a little bit longer.
Yes.
You don't need it.
So after Dolph Ziggler declines their invitation to join Team Authority, they decide, hey, you're going to defend your title against Seth Rollins.
Punishment.
Surprise. I like this match.
Seth
I
Rollins
like
gets another thing.
I thought it was really
they
good.
had fantastic chemistry with each other, and it was just back and forth, and it was just.
Whenever one of them is the champion at some point, when they wrestle each other for that championship, it's going to be magic.
Yeah,
I really think it's going to be magic.
And that powerbomb into the turnbuckle. He
Nasty.
can't do it to everybody, but
Nasty.
I love that move.
Nasty.
The middle of this match,
Holy
Out of nowhere.
shit!
Randy Orton,
I thought it was Cena.
out of nowhere.
I
It
thought
was
it was Cena.
fantastic.
I love that he interfered in the match just because the Authority was like, oh my god, we need to get Randy Orton,
Yep.
Randy Orton on the phone, we need him, this and that. I love that he just came in RKO because no one knows what the hell he's doing now. Is he working? He's working for himself now. He's the apex bird.
He
No
saw
one
an
knows
opportunity, he took it, and he struck.
Absolutely.
And just like his shirt says, strike first.
He won the Authority. If you don't take care of it, I will. And now he is.
And
One question that I thought was insignificant after after that whole thing happened was, so what happens to the match? Who loses? Who wins? That was my only thing because they left it.
Oh,
Nothing. they didn't call it. They didn't ring
Yeah, it
a
was a
bell. They didn't do
DQ.
anything.
Ziggler lost by DQ.
I figured it was a DQ, but no one said anything. It was just like, all right, push him out of the ring. All right, let's get this Randy Orton thing over.
Stare down J&J
Yeah.
security.
Which that definitely led to a great match, though, later on,
yeah.
the main event. Randy Orton versus Mr. Seth Rollins,
Yeah.
which we'll get to in a little bit. But
The
I
only thing
loved
that annoyed me about this match was the commentators weren't really talking about it much. They were talking about
Yep.
the WWE Network, $9.99. This month is free. This and that. Like,
Well,
all
you gotta
right,
promote
we
it. You
get
have
it.
to promote it.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
but that's the whole reason why Vince was on earlier in the night.
you got to
to
drive
promote-
it into people's minds that it's
I-
free for 1 month.
sick
You
of it.
know,
But the
Sick of
fact,
it.
I agree. Like the fact that we're watching a show 3 hours, and at least a good hour of it is being promoted throughout those 3 hours.
I
it's
think
just,
next
it's too
week I'm
much.
going to take a count and see how
It's a
many
great
times they
drinking game.
mention.
we honestly
Yeah.
should.
It's a
We
great
should all
drinking
do
game.
that.
Every time they announce
Promote
the
it?
WWE Network, they promote it. You have to drink.
Yeah.
You'd be
You-
wasted
you-
by
yeah,
at the end of hour one.
I didn't even think he'd make it that far.
Maybe
honestly,
not even that far.
This week, I don't think he'd make it past hour 1.
Wait till next week.
So the next match, we had the big guy versus Titus O'Neil. I guess the other big guy, because that guy's huge. What'd you guys think of this match?
Brutal.
Yeah.
In the beginning, Titus O'Neil looked awesome. He was just kicking the hell out of Ryback. That whatever backbreaker thing he did
Yeah.
was sick. As if he has to make that his finishing move, if he ever gets a shot at going at 1-on-1, that has to be his finisher because it's sick. It's brutal.
I like how he told the Authority why he should be on their team.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good. I mean, I could see it. Maybe they throw him on there just to have Ryback in the match. The big guy.
Do you push Ryback that quick, that far after he just came back?
I don't think it's that quick.
He just came back
He's
a
an
week
established
ago. You know?
superstar.
Yeah,
The
he
thing
just
is-
came back a week ago.
The thing is,
though.
come around Survivor Series with the push and just momentum he has right now. Where else would he go? It's either you put him on Cena's team or you don't put him on the card at all. Because you're not going to put him
Or
against
you
a
team
mid
him up
card.
with his returning buddy on main event, Curtis Axel.
Oh,
Who made his return the other night.
anything with that.
No, please no.
I really hope that tag team is
Ryan
done.
Axel.
Right back, so
That was god awful.
This match really was just a glorified squash match, though.
of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
It didn't last very long, and it was just like, all right, Titus, get a few good hits in, and then you're done.
They're going back to the old Ryback where he just comes out, beats somebody in a good 3 minutes, and then
He's
that's it.
going back to Goldberg. That's why I think he's going to fight Rusev. I think that's what they're going to do because he's. I feel like he's going to come back and just beat the hell out of people, and that's how he gets him. It's like he goes on an undefeated streak for a little while, then he goes, "I haven't lost anybody yet. You haven't lost anybody yet. I'm going to beat the hell out of you."
WrestleMania 31.
I was going to say, it's got to be that because,
If that's
we'll get
the
up to
case.
Rusev in a little bit, but spoiler alert, the Authority did invite Rusev to Team Authority.
Yeah.
There goes our
So,
So you think this whole Ryback thing is smart, having them just restart, not continue him with Rybaxel?
I
I
absolutely
like that.
think
I
it's
would
a good idea.
I would appreciate if they didn't do Ryback so again.
Yeah, I'm.
Curtis Axel can't hold anything for himself. Like, it's bad. If Ryback doesn't carry the match,
Like he wasn't
Axel
that bad when he was the IC champion. Like,
Axel?
Yeah,
He bored
wasn't.
the shit out of me during those
I
days.
don't think he was that bad.
I don't think he's a great wrestler.
No.
He's not
He's
his
there
father's
for the
son.
name.
I
Let's
was gonna
put it
say
that.
he's not his dad.
He's there for
Yeah.
the name.
Of course, he's not his dad, but
No, he shames his dad. Actually, in my opinion, it's you go from
shames
Mr.
his
Perfect
dad?
to no, he shames
this is Sheamus' dad. I was
No.
like, whoa.
He shames his dad. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, yeah.
you go from Mr. Perfect to this. Come on,
Yeah,
really.
it's-
And the fact that you use your father's move, the Perfect Plex, is just you don't do it half as well as your father did. So.
Yeah. It's a not so perfect place.
Yeah, I agree.
The not so perfect place.
Big Show versus Mark Henry.
No.
You know, I'm glad they did this now.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
they didn't save it for Survivor Series. I'm glad they got this out.
As
the
of
way.
now,
I think I think the only reason why they did this now is because they're both going to be in that main event. They're both going to be in the 5-on-5.
So you think Mark Henry's going to go to
Team
Team Authority
Absolutely.
and
Big Show Cena.
Well, Show said himself he'd be honored to be on Cena's team.
I don't want to see him on the team, though.
No.
I don't want to see him on the team.
Big Show to me goes back to that whole Kane statement of he should have stopped about 5 years ago. I mean, Big Show is sloppy, slow, and broken.
If you
It's
gave me
time
the-
to retire. I'm sorry, but you wore the crap out of me for the entire length of the match.
If you gave me the Big Show from about 10 years ago, when he was a U.S. champion, or like feuding with Eddie Guerrero, John Cena, whoever it may be at the time, I would take you in a heartbeat. I would really,
Yes.
but now just
I think it's always
stop.
good to have a giant on your team.
But 10 years, like Vinny said, 10 years ago, yes. Now it's just watching Kane all over again. The guy who hobbles to the ring,
Cries.
yeah, grunts that he's going to do it and puts his hand up.
Is on the mat longer than he's on his feet.
Yeah.
It's bad.
It's true.
I think it's going to happen.
I hope not.
I like how he world strongest slammed him onto the steps. That was good.
Yeah, I thought that
Yeah,
was
that was good.
That was a cool spot. It was a cool spot.
And then instantly after the match, Steph and Triple H X came to go see if Henry wanted to join the team. Who knows? I guess we'll find out on SmackDown. If anyone watches that.
The next match, I'm so happy for. Very excited for.
I didn't think that this was that bad of a match for what it was. I mean, you like seeing the big guys go. You said it yourself.
I like seeing the big guys go, but not when they're both,
10 years out of their
yeah.
prime.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Mark Henry's an old man, so is Big Show. I mean, I like seeing the big guys go at it when they can.
Yeah. When they can still put on entertaining matches to the point where it's just I'm going to be engaged through this whole
Yeah,
thing.
and not on a pay-per-view scale. You know what I mean? Like on a Raw, maybe okay. Like this night, yeah, we saw them get him out of the system. Let's hope Survivor Series is not going to be that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to see this continue that long. Let it end.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will.
Yeah.
All right. I don't even know if I don't want to talk about this next one.
I do.
Nikki
Yeah,
Bella
he's
versus
Oh,
Emma.
not that.
boy.
Oh, wrong match. Never mind.
Can we skip this
Yeah.
I think we should talk about it a little bit. For the
How about
folks
just
at home.
How about just the end when
Yes.
the ending when she tells Brie to go
Brie to slap AJ.
slap AJ, and that was pretty much the highlight of the match.
That was
Do
the
you
only
think-
highlight of the match.
Do you
that-
think that, Do you think that Nikki's going to be fighting AJ?
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, this Survivor Series has no card except for the main event.
Yeah,
I
The
mean,
main event, and
no one at this point, you can't throw AJ versus Paige pay-per-view number 15 at this
Yeah.
point.
No.
You know, we understand they're the only two you got. So hope to God Nikki Bella can stand in the ring with AJ Lee, who I really don't think can.
you know that's going to be AJ winning this and that.
Yeah, it's
see, I don't think
no,
so.
I don't think I don't. I'm gonna agree.
You
with
guys
him
think that Nikki will win?
Yeah.
because of Brie.
Yes,
Because of
100%.
Brie.
That was the only thought that I had.
See, I'm thinking that Brie is going to cost Nikki the match.
Yeah,
No.
see, I
She's
agree
a
with
personal
that one.
servant and she'll be
No.
fired.
But isn't it up by that day?
Yes, I was about to say 'cause it's
Oh.
gonna be the 30 days. It's definitely gonna be up by then, and then it's just gonna be like, you know what? That's it. Like, I'm done with it. Just a little bitch work. I'm screwing you over, and you can't say anything about
I see
it.
that happening.
I definitely agree with
see
you.
her-
Is that 100% the 30th days?
I
I mean, it's around there, give or take.
Here's
We
what
need to know exact, otherwise
It's
it
the
can't
20.
happen. She'll be
It's the
fired.
Survivor Series is the 23rd
Yeah.
this month. Well, I don't even remember when the last pay-per-view was, what day it was.
2 Sundays ago.
So that was about the 16th or something like that.
Well, the only thing is they're counting now because they're counting actual days. Because when they interviewed Brie, they're like, "Oh, you're on day 8 now," and that was the first Raw since. It was only one Raw since
Since she won the match.
she started. So now they're counting actual days. Like they're like, "Oh, how have you been doing as her personal assistant
Bella Watch,
back
day
home?"
24.
I mean, they're doing it from the actual days, not just doing like Monday Night Raw as day 1. They're doing actual days from.
Well, no, we know they're doing actual days, but if it's not 100% up by then, I don't see it happening because Brie's not going to quit again.
What?
And she'll have to help her sister win. Or you guys are right. It's one of the two, depending on the count of the days. If Brie's time served is over, yes, I think she's going to screw over Nikki. If it's not, I see her beating AJ.
What I think would happen would be Survivor Series. During the match, it'll probably be the last day, so she can't actually do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll help Nikki Bella win, and then that following Monday on Raw, AJ's gonna ask for her rematch clause. She's gonna get in, and that's when Brie is like, "Well, my time's over," and screws over her sister for the loss.
Maybe I could.
That's
see
what
that.
I think
could see
would
that
viably happen.
My favorite thing about this is the less time the Bellas have to talk, the better.
I agree.
Yes.
I'd rather them just wrestle and get it out of the way. No freaking, I hope you die in the womb.
Yeah,
You should've died in
I'm
the
done
womb.
with that. No
Garbage.
one cares.
Straight
No one
up
cares.
garbage. Our boy, the Long Island IC baby,
Woo!
on Raw for 2 weeks in a row.
Oh yeah!
Love it.
Even though it was a glorified squash match,
Sorry for showing up, Ryder, but woo woo woo.
he great. Love seeing Ryder. Seeing Ryder's always a good time. Even though he got absolutely wrecked.
Well, he's a joke, let's be honest. I mean, I love Long Island.
He was
but
your
he's
U.S.
just a
champion
joke.
2 years ago.
He at least got the woo 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 in there
Yeah,
before he got
everyone-
kicked in the face.
Yes.
But he at least got the woo woo woo.
Everyone
And
loves Zack Ryder.
slammed through the stage by Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
What'd you guys think of this match?
Boring as hell, much like 90% of Rusev's
Oh, it's
matches.
exactly. man.
Unnecessary.
It's the same
It's a
Rusev
squash
match.
match. Yeah, it's a
the same
Rusev squash
Rusev
match.
match. He ends in the same submission week after week after week.
Like
after
we
week.
get it. We get it.
He kicks some guy in the face, that's pretty much Rusev. That's it.
I like how Lana was saying that
Shut up!
her
She,
her motive was to bring the United States title to Russia.
I will point this out there. Thank you, Lana, for ruining the fact that they taped that match beforehand. Because she corrected herself. She was like, "We are having a show. We are having the match today. I mean tonight." Just like that, she corrected herself. Was like, "Well, thanks for letting me know that this match isn't really gonna
Was
happen
it really
after."
recorded? I don't think it was recorded.
It probably was.
It was,
that's
probably,
what
it was probably beforehand. Probably
it's
before
probably like
the
a
Raw
dark
started.
match.
Yeah.
And then they kind of just,
I don't-
quote unquote, after the night ended, they had
I
the
think
match.
the arena was empty during that match. It looked empty at least. So it had
It
to be-
did.
I think.
So
I
a
think
dark
no,
match is
yeah,
potential.
it was after Raw.
No,
No,
Dark also
before.
didn't mean
It was
before
definitely-
anyone even came in.
Yeah, it was
Before
definitely-
they-
it had to have been
They
before.
record main event before Raw. They're not going to have a title match on main event. They don't hold dark matches before Raw.
There's no way they would have had it after it. No way.
Yeah, they totally do.
Yeah, but then they got to pay for the Barclays. I'm sorry, whatever.
Well, yeah,
the
whatever
stadium
arena
in
they have.
Buffalo.
They do it all the time. They have dark matches all the time.
It had to have been before anyone else showed up, so that they wouldn't get any crowd reaction, so that no one there would have been like, "We already know what happened. We already know
That's
what
why.
happened."
That's why it happened after. I'm telling you, that was alive. Yeah. So.
Stardust versus
And plus,
Fernando.
you know why it's
Who
also
the fuck
hard.
is Fernando. Sorry, go ahead.
You know why it's also hard to tape that and then show it, because they were going from right after the whole Randy Orton thing. So for them to tape that
Yeah,
and
there
then
was no way
just
they
show
taped
it right
without
away,
showing up
they
in any
can't.
spoilers
Because they
or
were still
any sites like
still bringing Randy Orton back to the back. So I mean, for them to tape that exact moment till the end of the Rusev match,
No, they're talking about the match, the Sheamus versus Rusev match.
yeah, there's no way they could have taped that.
No, it was definitely live because there was that would have popped up everywhere. It would have been on Twitter, it would have been on
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a
dirt
good point.
sheets and everything like that. Who is Fernando? Is that the
One of the
Los
Matadors.
I didn't know they had names.
I didn't either up until Lillian graced us with the fact that they have names.
And can I say yet another stab in the back to the tag team division with them? I mean,
Yeah,
come on.
but
This was one of the biggest jokes that's, for some reason, is still going. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Primo and Epico.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At this
Primo,
point,
yeah.
just go back to it.
This match was just terrible.
Yeah.
I
think
love
I know what it
Stardust,
says.
but they tried to cram way too many stuff into one little match.
Yeah,
with
way
the
too
El
much with the
Torito.
bull, way too much with everybody else around.
Just
It's just
terrible. I think on SmackDown they had a match, a steel cage match for the tag team titles. I think that's what was.
yeah.
announced
That's for
SmackDown.
SmackDown
That
this week.
is Los Matadors, right? Or,
Yeah, I don't know
Or
if
was
it's
it the Usos? It was the Usos.
probably the Usos.
No, it's the
Why
Usos
would
again.
you do that?
Because who else you giving the tag team title
now-
match to? You have the Usos, you have Star and Goldust,
didn't,
and then
Didn't Los Matadors just beat Star and Goldust?
not Los
To
Matadors.
claim-
No,
had
Fernando
did
Fernando
or
won.
whatever.
It wasn't a tag match. It was a one-on-one
It
singles
was a
match.
yeah.
Okay, so
But
what do you
again-
guys think is going to happen in Survivor Series now? Because obviously they're going to have to defend their titles with this.
If it's Los Matadors, I'm going to be very unhappy. I mean,
There shouldn't be a tag team.
What if
match.
they have like a 4-way tag team match?
With who?
Which is, what do you mean with who? Damien Mizdow and The Miz, Los Matadors, Star and Goldust, and the Usos.
Yeah, you have Miz and Mizdow versus Star and Goldust.
I would
be happy with
at
that.
Survivor Series for the titles.
I'd be happy
I would
with
love
that.
to have that, but knowing WWE and their wacky ways, I
Creative team.
something.
How about a new team comes out and makes us actually happy to have
The
tag team
Ascent. They
wrestling?
bring up the Ascension.
That'd be
I would love nothing more than to see the Ascension come out.
that'd be very
What
interesting.
you know what we forgot to discuss? That promo that was cut that by this mysterious superstar who's coming back for a vengeance.
Oh, with the eyes.
Oh,
You
yes.
mean the Luke Harper promo?
Yeah, the Luke Harper promo.
The Luke Harper promo?
Yeah, it was a Luke Harper promo.
What?
They finally showed Eric Rowan.
Yeah,
Yeah, they finally
for,
showed
for
Eric
all
Rowan.
of 2 seconds.
Yeah, he was there, took
And
off the mask, said something stupid, put the mask back on, and
That must have
that
been
was
in the
it.
bathroom at that point.
Probably.
It was easy to miss. It was kind of like, hey, we're interviewing somebody else, and then, oh.
Oh, there's a creepy
Yeah.
dude in a green jumpsuit.
How about
looking
that
at me.
Xavier Woods promo? Did you
I
guys see
didn't.
that
I didn't.
one?
I,
I didn't
I
see
didn't
that.
see all of it. I
the
caught
James
it.
Brown Xavier Woods. I guess they repackaged his character, and now he's going to be like this
He
dude. that
He
looks
should
like
just be
James
the
Brown.
Black Ranger, like he really wants to be. For
Yeah.
that's really what he wants to
I wanna
be. He
know-
wants to be the Black Ranger for the new Power Rangers movie, and that's really what he's.
I
doing.
want to know why this whole Nation of Domination Part 2 just got canned.
I
would
don't think,
love
I
to
don't
see
think the
it.
fans reacted to it the way you wanted to.
I think I want to say that the only reason why it got canned is because they're not good heels like Kofi
No.
Kingston and
Kofi Kingston to me has no personality. Period. He's a great wrestler. I take nothing away from his technical ability, but the man speaks. It's just I want to kind of put a bullet to my head. I mean, thank God they got rid of the whole Jamaican thing. I mean,
Oh yeah,
that-
for real.
to me that was hilarious when Triple H was actually a face going, "Aren't you Jamaican?" You know, but. No, he's just terrible as a personality. There are wrestlers who are great and have no personality, and there are wrestlers who suck who have great personalities, but they get the titles. John Cena.
but
I mean-
MIA John Cena, the
Yes,
AWOL
yeah,
John
the
Cena.
AWOL.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing like Big E and Kingston join the tag team division because at least it'll be something different. Obviously, they're doing something different with Woods, so maybe you keep those two together until you figure out what you're going to do with them.
Just throw him in the tag team division.
That's apparently what they're doing with everybody. Mizdow, we don't
Got
know what
nothing
to
for
do
you
with
yet?
you, so
Go to the tag team.
go to the tag team division.
Big E was another guy that they pushed so hard, so fast, and then just went like,
Yeah.
and said, "Screw it, we're not going to do anything with this guy."
Yeah,
Which sucks because he
I loved his feud with Dolph Ziggler.
everything he had there was good. He's got the
Mhm.
size. He's got the wrestling ability, like what you want to see. He can move for a guy his size.
The only thing I don't like about him is his attire and the fact that he looks like Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh
Or
God.
the way he cuts his promos against Rusev.
Yeah.
I'm going to kick your ass this Sunday on the Reverend Big E.
That's just how Triple H used to talk. He's honoring the boss. You know what I mean?
I am the game.
And at that point, they're like, "Well, you're gonna get squashed for your title, and we're gonna put you away for a while. Learn to talk on the mic."
All right, moving on to the main event of Monday Night Raw. Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins.
Loved it.
Take me for this ride, boys.
Very
Sick.
good.
Amazing match.
Tell me what happened. Tell me what you guys think.
Outstanding.
Yes.
Outstanding. They put on one hell of a show. Randy Orton can still wrestle his face off, and Rollins held his own in that match.
I would love to see many, many, many more matches between these two. I hope this is a feud that does not go away and they just make it get better. I don't know how they could do it, but...
And usually some veterans, when they face off to newcomers, it's usually, it's not squash matches, but they don't know how to perform together. But these two are just,
They got the chemistry.
they have very, very good chemistry
The only
together.
thing
So
I
I'm
don't
very
like
happy about it.
is how it ended with a freaking backslide.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was
I
it.
agree 100%.
God.
Right after the RKO, nonetheless. But here's the thing. I think that match goes a lot to Randy Orton's credit. Like you guys said, veterans don't know how to handle the new guys. Randy Orton, to me, is one of the best technical wrestlers. And he just can sell anyone to at any time. And I think this is the perfect opportunity to finally turn him face yet again, which has been, a year and a half maybe, that we've seen it. And I would like to see where they go with this.
But see, this is the thing about Randy Orton. Everyone says, oh, he's so bland as a heel. He's so boring as a heel. Why don't they turn him face? They turn him face. Oh, he's so boring as a face.
Yeah.
He's so bland as a face. When are they going to turn him heel? I like when he plays right in the middle. He's just, I'll do whatever the goddamn hell I want.
Yes.
You don't know
Everyone
what
will
he's
just
gonna
go
do.
with it. So after the match, he shook Kane's hand, J&J Security's hand, and looked like he was gonna go in for a nice little hug to Orton.
Told them he's sorry, and
And
then
RKO out of
RKO out of nowhere.
My God! Out of nowhere!
And then Triple H decides to come in, try and calm him down, and then what happens, Gasper?
He punched him.
Takes a bow to the face.
In the face!
Eats a bow to the face.
So Triple H started yelling at everyone to get Orton, and they take him to the ring steps and curb stomp.
Take him to
Well,
the
you know
back
what
of the
I
yard.
actually, what I actually did like that no one else mentioned is Triple H was conflicted.
Yeah, he
He,
didn't.
he didn't want to. Stephanie's yelling at him, finish it. Finish it was her exact words, and Triple H kind of was holding off. He didn't
Alright,
want
just
to.
go with it. Just do it.
And then eventually he just threw up his hands and said, you know what, go.
Yeah.
Now, is that because he's trying to hold on to that little bit of evolution that was left?
Yeah, well, he said
Or-
it himself. He's like, I've known that guy for 12 years. We've been back to back, face to face, this and that evolution. We've been through hell and back, and
Well, they've had some classic matches themselves. I mean, the whole hardcore match with
Yeah.
when Randy Orton was punting every single member of the McMahon family. I mean, those were great matches. I mean, I have to
Triple
say.
H even said it to Randy Orton himself. If you burn, I burn, we all burn. And the authorities burn it.
That's why H walked away when he told them to go because
Yeah.
he couldn't watch
Yeah,
it happen.
well, yeah,
He couldn't watch his friend get curb stomped onto the metal stairs. He couldn't do it.
Now he's obviously going to be out for a couple weeks filming The Condemned 2. Do you guys think he comes back to Survivor Series?
No.
I do, but not in a match. I personally think that if any part of him comes back at all, it's just a little interference.
Mhm.
I think my prediction for SummerSlam, Survivor Series, is it's going to come down to Cena versus Rollins, and then Randy Orton will RKO Rollins, costing them the match. If he comes back at all. If he doesn't come back at all, I think that Team Authority wins.
I think he'll be back only because it's in St. Louis, his hometown.
Which would be an intense
So-
face turn, especially if he costs the Authority the match.
Now, my question is, if he's in the match or if he's not in the match, do you see him doing a complete 360 and doing a heel turn and going back to the Authority?
No.
No, not at this point. Not after getting curb stomped with Rollins getting all the push.
Yeah, no.
I don't see
Because it's
that.
been known to happen.
Randy's always been about himself. He's first and foremost, me. I get what I want.
I
first.
agree.
So after this happened, there's no way. There's no way he would go back to the Authority, and he would do anything at any cost to make sure that they don't win anything.
But I disagree with that because I don't think that he'd be able to put his whole feud with John Cena aside to join Team Cena. Because then it's not about Randy Orton. It's about John Cena versus the Authority.
But this is how the WWE creative works.
Yes, but you know what, though?
Hey, remember that storyline a couple months ago? Yeah, that never happened.
I agree. But right after, actually during Hell in a Cell, they made such a huge epic thing saying 10 years of feuding, 10 years of these two being at each other's throats. I can't see them saying, okay, we're going to put them on the same team and they're going to be best buddies from right now on. I don't see Orton doing that. Cena, yes. Cena, I can see reaching out to Orton going, join me. Help me out. Take them out. Help them out. Help me destroy the guys who fucked you over. I see Orton going, fuck you, I'm going to RKO you right after you pin Rollins, which I see happening. He comes in, RKO's Rollins, referee doesn't see it, whatever. Cena wins, and all of a sudden, an RKO right to Cena.
That's why I agree with you with Orton not actually being on either team. That's what I mostly see for him, and him just being the interference, because there's no way he would go on Cena's team after what just happened. No way. Just wouldn't happen.
All right, so now that we have kind of an idea what the Survivor, it's a 5-on-5, Cena versus Authority. Who do you guys think is going to be on Cena Authority team? Jim?
It's hard because there's really, there's still a good amount of time left to Survivor Series. So, with the tag teams pretty much being taken up and, not many superstars really being, fighting for a spot on Cena, it's really hard to see. I predicted last week that it would be the Usos, but now I feel like they're going to be in a tag match again. I really don't know because, there's so many things about Rusev could be on the team, Mark Henry. I think, right now I see, the three people I see is Cena, Ziggler, obviously, and Show, as of right now, versus Rollins, Mark Henry, and Kane. Those are 3 at 3 right now, but the other two, it's hard because...
Who would you like to see?
Who would I like to see, though? Oof. I do like the tag team, so I want to go back to the Usos, but, I really don't see another tag team going back on the Authority, so I really don't know right now.
Not even a Gold Stardust type thing?
I just don't see them being a part of the Authority. There's no history with them. They just turned heel recently, so, for them to be on an Authority for all of it on the line, I don't see it. I really don't.
Well, not only that, but the Authority has also cost them both their jobs at one point. So do you really see them going to help out the Authority?
That's true.
You know what I mean?
But
Let's
then
not forget.
Knowing WWE creative, boo, boo, you saw nothing.
Good point. Good point.
Don't mind the man behind the curtain.
You saw nothing.
Who would you like to see? Team Cena, Team Authority.
I kind of think that Cesaro, even though he is now neutral, I see him going towards Team Authority. I don't know how you put anyone against him. Maybe Sheamus now that, I'm going to spoil it. Yeah, he lost the U.S. title. I do see Rusev doing it, but the only thing that would make me upset is if Rusev loses his first pinfall or tap out on Survivor Series. I don't see that happening.
I don't think that counts in the record books. It just counts as an elimination.
That wouldn't count as a loss, though?
No,
an elimination doesn't
not.
count as a loss?
I don't think so, no, because it's not a one-on-one match.
Alright, so maybe you do that, but do they even see him getting pinned, though? If I see if Rusev's on it, I don't think they lose, because they're going to try and keep pushing him as the undefeated Russian. Because then someone can even say...
Don't forget, he can get counted out, too.
Yeah, but you're right. You're absolutely right.
I would see some bullshit like that happening. Oh, and he's counting out. Doesn't count.
Yeah. Otherwise, if he's in it,
Show knocks him out on the outside.
Yeah, I do see
like
Show doing Mark Henry and Show both being in this match. I don't want to see them in this match, but
right now it's just
Dean Ambrose is now not in it at all. So I honestly don't know where they're going to go with this.
Yeah.
For me, I think the way that I would see Cena's team going, it would be Cena, Ziggler, and I think you throw in. I think he might go after Ryback, especially if they try to get if they do get Rusev. I think that's how you start the Rusev Ryback feud. They both are on opposite teams, and they meet in the ring for the first time. Then they go at it, get tagged out, and lose to different opponents. But that's how I feel like the feud between them would start.
Okay.
So I would see Ryback on the team and Rusev on the Authority accompanying Kane and Rollins. I also think H is going to make an appearance.
Wow.
I think H is going to make an appearance. I think he'll be the final member.
Yep.
Once they pick the fourth, he will be the final member. Because he's going to be like, all right, I obviously can't count on Orton to bail me out of this one.
Yep.
I have to get involved.
I agree 110%.
That's what I think H might do. And then the last two spots for Cena's team, there's just no one has really been, I'm going to be the guy other than Big Show. And again, I'm with Matt. I don't want Show in the match at all. I don't.
I just want to touch upon what you said, though. I see a Ryback feud starting it a little differently. Maybe Ryback gives him the meat hook clothesline, and all of a sudden knocks him to the edge of the ring. Gets a little bit of a count out and says, technically I beat you. Let's go to the ring and let's see who's the bigger man.
True.
Yeah, they both get counted out.
They both get counted out. Double count, even Vinny, that's
Yeah.
even better. Double count would be even better.
Yeah.
That's a good way to look at
Very
it.
true.
And then all of a sudden that starts that feud. I would love to see that match, though, personally.
Yeah.
My guys, Team Cena, I go with Cena, Ziggler, Show, Sheamus, Ryback, or returning Roman Reigns.
Is he scheduled to be back that early?
No one knows.
I think Royal Rumble. They're saving him for the Rumble, I think.
Daniel Bryan is dead.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
He's
Sorry,
on-
Danny, you're doing the S chant right now, and no.
He has to get
Yeah.
Tommy John surgery, so he's
Yeah, he's out for a
another,
while.
6 months.
6 months to a year.
So
It's technically like baseball, a year and a half.
Yeah.
Technically, about some year able to go full time.
that's my pick on Team Cena. I mean, if Reigns comes back, big whoop. I really don't care much for Roman Reigns.
Cena part 2, you mean?
His character has just gone down the drain.
Yeah, it's Cena.
Part 2.
He has no personality. That's really the problem.
He's
no
too
personality,
focused on the
can't talk.
Shield still. He's still...
He's got to
I
get
was
past.
talking to, I was talking to a
past
friend
it.
last week about it. I mean, think of it. Rollins has new tire, has new music. Fine. Ambrose, new tire, new music. Fine. Reigns, darn it.
Same
Like,
slower.
still
Slower.
tire, everything. Just like, it's the same concept for Reigns. Like, there's no letting go of it.
He has to get past the Shield. He has to get rid of the vest. He's got to
See,
get rid of the music.
I actually don't mind the vest because, I mean, it's okay. What I don't like is the fact that every time he cuts a promo, it's almost like he's reading the cue cards. I mean, when you're watching him, I'm sitting at home, but I'll be back before. Yeah, you know it. And
Believe in
Believe that.
Reigns.
It's
Believe-
seriously like
believe
someone's
that.
holding up cards going, eh? Like
This way, that way. Look that way.
Don't look at me. Look at the camera.
That's why I'm like really afraid if they really are trying to push Roman Reigns, what he's gonna do when they're like, all right, you got 2 minutes, talk. You're gonna talk about him, enjoy it. And I don't know if he can handle. I don't know if he'll be able to handle it.
But for some reason, the fans love him, and it's to me the same confusion of John Cena.
Because he's the Rock's
He
cousin.
has 4 moves. I mean, it's Cena again. Get your ass kicked the entire time.
Yep.
Kick the guy from the outside. Superman punch, spear, and done. Oh, I got the slow and drop. I'm sorry. I left that out of there. I
So
didn't
now,
do that.
here's my question. Do you guys seeing Team Cena
Let
do...
me just Team Authority real quick. Rollins,
Oh, sorry.
Kane, Rusev, Henry, Triple H, lacing up the boots.
Yeah.
He has to take matters into his own hands.
I
His
don't
father-in-law put him in a predicament.
I don't see H doing it this time.
I see it.
I
I
do.
didn't see it before, and then Monday night happened.
Yeah,
And,
now the
like,
fact that he doesn't
has
have
to.
Randy Orton,
He has to.
yeah, because
Yeah,
he's not gonna.
that's
He's
have
going to
Randy
make the phone call. He's going to ring back Batista.
Oh my god.
If he does, I seriously will shoot myself in the head.
I will
but
turn off
that's
the
what I
review and just find out what happened next night in Raw.
Orton. Imagine if Batista comes back as a face.
Oh, he screws over the Authority. Is that what we're going for?
Imagine that.
They promised him a title shot after the Royal Rumble.
He didn't get it, so he's like, "Screw it." He's he's gonna come back on Raw and be like, "So I got a phone call from Mr. H saying to help him in this match." Yeah, I remember a phone call I made with him a few months back too. Hey John, you need a fifth? That's what if that's a possibility.
Do you
I can
see-
it.
But I would seriously shoot
I
myself in the head
don't
if he
think
came back.
Batista's
No,
coming
he
back
wouldn't come
anytime
down.
soon.
Do you see Team Cena doing what they did at SummerSlam a few years back, where they don't have a fifth member until Survivor Series, where like our fifth member is, and then cue someone's music. Do you see that happening?
Bum 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 bum.
You don't know what I'll do.
If Kurt Angle comes back, it has to be against Rusev and Rusev only. No other person.
Kurt Angle signed with TNA.
It's
Yeah,
official.
I'm pretty sure it's official.
Yeah.
I don't know how accurate this is, but
So then I give no incredible ability to beat Rusev
Cena.
then. Sorry. No, I will not tolerate John Cena beating him. I'm sorry.
got it.
You are not American hero. You do not get a win.
all right. So we're coming down to the end of it. Little fun thing going on around here. Any 5-man team, your perfect Survivor Series match.
Wow.
Done.
Wow.
Who would it be?
on one team?
No, you against each other. Your perfect match. 10 people. Who would it be?
It's a little tricky, yeah.
It's a lot of
I like
people.
that one.
I like throwing the curveballs out here. Vinny's calling for the timeout.
Yeah, that's a little
This is a
tricky.
no holds bar match.
There's no holds bar.
I'm going to go with, on one side, The Rock,
Okay.
with The Undertaker.
Okay. Which Undertaker?
I'm going to go with the corporate ministry. Because
Okay.
you have the corporate Rock, the corporate
So this is going to
ministry.
be the heel.
This is
the
going to be a
side.
heel side.
Okay.
Triple H, from when he was, first to heel. Let's see, who else would I go? Randy Orton, just to sell the match a little bit better. And Kane, but about 10 years, maybe
Big
15
Red
years ago.
Machine Kane?
Yes,
Machine.
Big Red Machine Kane. Against Stone Cold. Gonna throw in the Hardy Boys,
Okay.
just because it seems fun at this point.
Okay, you have the Brothers of Destruction on the team.
Yeah. So that's 3 of them. I don't know. Who else do I throw in for the other 2? I'm going to go Brock Lesnar when he was a face.
Okay.
Just because it's fun, because I love Brock Lesnar. I mean, I hate him as a champ now, but I still
Yeah.
love him. And Kurt Angle.
Nice. All right. I'm gonna go. My
I
face
know, it's
team.
weird, Vinny. I know, Vinny's like, shit, like, what the
Vinny's
fuck?
sweating over there.
What the fuck did you just do?
I'm
I
gonna
didn't write
go
this
with-
down.
I'm gonna go with Eddie Guerrero.
Ooh.
This is gonna be
really mad at you.
This is
Wow.
gonna be my face team is Eddie Guerrero. I'm gonna have the Hardy Boys. I'm gonna throw a tag team in.
Okay.
We're gonna go face Rock,
Whoa.
and for my 5th guy, I'm gonna throw D-Bry in there. Daniel Bryan.
Wow. All right.
My heel team, I'm gonna have Triple H, Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, American Badass. Oh, he was kind of a bad guy when he was in
Nah,
American
he really
Badass.
was. And I'm
No, after he cut his hair and everything like that, when he faced Jeff Hardy in the ladder match.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, we'll go with that Undertaker. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
As a heel?
Yeah, as a heel.
In
His heel
WCW days?
No, what he was in the WWF.
Eh,
His heel after WrestleMania 18.
people still loved him.
Yeah, well, I thought he was a bad guy because I was a kid, so. And then I'm going to go with. Damn. Threw myself into this.
Have fun.
Brock Lesnar as a heel.
Oh,
I don't mind Brock Lesnar as a heel. Or like a Paul White when he came through the ring and.
Paul White.
St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
When he threw Stone Cold
Cage.
against the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Good
Stone Cold
times.
winded up winning the match
It's
anyway.
Steel Cage, and he goes to face the WrestleMania there.
Yep. So those are my guys.
I can do anyone from any era, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
I did Eddie Guerrero.
I'm not doing heels and faces. I'm putting
an all-star
I'm
cast out.
putting
All
10
right.
people that I want to see against each
I
other.
can dig it.
One team, I want Stone Cold Steve Austin, CM Punk,
Ooh, I forgot about Punk.
CM Punk, Eddie Guerrero, you bastard stole him from me. Eddie Guerrero, Undertaker, and who else would I want on this team versus this other team? Probably The Rock. I want those 5 on one side, and on the other side, I know he's not very popular amongst most people, but I loved him in the ring. Chris Benoit.
Yep.
Ooh.
I want Chris Benoit on the other
Wow.
side. The man was awesome in the ring.
Yes, he was.
Sorry, the man was amazing in the ring.
Yes, he was.
Who?
Chris Benoit.
Who?
Haha. I want Chris Benoit. I would want. This is where it gets hard. Chris Benoit. I would want Bret Hart.
Ooh.
Student submission team.
Bret Hart. I want Brock Lesnar.
Oh, he's
Nice.
Throw in. Oh. I want to say the Big Red Machine. And I'm going to throw Kane in there, opposite Undertaker, and throw in Sting.
Nice.
Wow,
throwing
you
Sting.
really.
You throw Sting in there so that, hey, Sting versus the Undertaker actually going to happen. That's what I would want to see. Those 5 versus those 5.
All right,
Mr. Vinny?
this is going to be, I think, the most random team you could think of. Now, I'm going to start with the good guys, but I'm going to do a little bit of high flyers in a way. So it's going to be a little bit of a mix. It's going to be the Hardy Boys, because you can't have the Hardy Boys not in a high-flying tag team match.
Okay.
You do Daniel Bryan because he's just, I don't know, he's just like, when he's just jumping around, he just knows how to work, like, between flying elbow, just this. Like, he just knows how to work around the turnbuckles. You got Rey Mysterio. Now, when I'm talking about Rey Mysterio, I'm not talking about, like, the 2013 where he's, like, injured every other week, Rey Mysterio. I'm talking about, like, 2001 where he was
So,
just
like
like...
WCW type
I
days,
never
really.
liked Rey Mysterio.
I mean, I just liked him.
WCW
I
was
liked
actually
him.
pretty good. I don't know if you guys used to watch it, but he was actually good on WCW.
Yeah.
Entertaining as
And you got someone from, not from our generation, you got Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Nice.
Wow.
That's something no one in this room probably would have thought of because
No.
it's just like, you know, just like thinking, he just knew how to work, once again, he knew how to work around turnbuckles. Now, for the other team, I have the last 2 people I'm having trouble with, but I got this one. For the bad guys, I got Cena as a heel. Like, when he first came in with
Dr.
the
Thuganomics.
Dr. Thuganomics when he was feuding, I got Lesnar on the same team. I got badass motorcycle riding Taker,
American Badass.
American Badass. And for the last tag team that matched up the Hardy Boys, it's really hard to choose. I mean, I easily could say Dudley Boys, but
Do you want to go high flyer, or do you want to just go with great tag teams to go against them? 'Cause
I mean, great
forgot
tag
about
teams.
One that I should have
Edge and
said.
Christian.
I mean, Edge and
No.
Christian, I liked.
I actually thought of one that I should have said, and that's I'm going to offer it to you, Vinny. The Outsiders. I don't know how I didn't even think about them. Hall and Nash, man.
You know
mean,
what?
it's
I
a
will
great
take
tag
you.
team.
I will take that offer due to the fact that since I am going all bad people, like the whole all heel, it's like John Cena heel, Lesnar heel, Taker at one point heel. I mean, it's just like I like that, so I will take that trade. I mean,
I just forgot about it myself because I was going the same thing. Faces versus heels.
yeah,
And I forgot.
I like it.
That's a good one.
What's the matter? What are you going over here? You
Danny,
just said
Danny,
Yeah,
Danny,
see, now we
work
need to
out,
share it the class. Share it the class.
I just write notes. And...
I wrote this down just one side. John Cena. The immortal Hulk Hogan. The Rock.
Okay.
I'm talking about Hulk Hogan, like primetime Hulk Hogan. The Rock. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Ric Flair on
Wow.
one side.
Woo!
Other side, Taker, Kane, Lesnar, H, and Sting as the Raven.
Wow.
Sting is a Raven.
Sting
wow.
with the baseball bat.
That would be an awesome match.
Now,
I
one
have to
more
say.
little curveball. Throw in a special guest referee. My guy would be Y2J Chris Jericho.
My guy would be Eric Bischoff.
Wow.
Why Eric Bischoff? Because he's Eric fucking Bischoff.
I don't know how you top that one.
That's a good
honestly.
one. That's a
I
good
don't
one.
know where to go with that after that one. I'm going to HBK just to see who he,
Yeah,
Gives
that's,
a little
that's
speech
why,
on music,
that's
too.
why I threw in Y2J there, because you never know what he's going to do.
Shawn Michaels can switch in music anyone, including Triple H, so who knows?
Earl Hebner.
Good classic.
Good old Earl Hebner.
Good classic.
Earl Hebner.
Come back.
Wow.
Special guest referee, Earl Hebner.
Is he still alive?
He might
Yeah.
be. He might be.
He was in TNA for quite a while.
He got the
Either him or you throw in Jim Ross. Throw in Jim Ross.
My God, 1. My God, 2. My God, 3. Ring the bell. Oh, God.
Because he has another battle with several balls.
Ring the bell.
All right, guys. Well, this was a lot of fun. If you'd like to hear more, you can follow us on Facebook, You can follow us on the Twitter and our YouTube channel, which is YouTube/Under the Ring 1, I believe. If not, it's Under the Ring.
What's our Twitter handle?
We are Under the Ring 1.
Ooh.
The one because
We are the one.
we are the only one that you need to know about. This is a lot of fun, and hope you guys like it. We'll see you next week. And tell us in the comments, who you'd like to see on your 5-on-5.